Good morning, Year 1. Today we're going to be having a go at using non-standard measures to measure objects, and today's non-standard measures are going to be parts of you. They're going to be hands and feet. But before we get started, we're going to have a revision of part whole from last week. So here is a part whole, and I'm going to show you a representation, and I want you to write what goes in each of the parts, and then we'll confirm it. So, put 1, 2, 3, 4 there. We know it makes 10, so I need to make sure that I've covered all 10 of this 10 array. So what do I need to write in the boxes? If you can, grown-ups, draw this on a whiteboard or piece of paper, and then get your child to fill in what goes where. So I'm going to put in the first box how many blue there are. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 blue. So I'm going to write 4 there in blue. And now we're going to count how many green there are. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll write that in green. And that altogether makes the 10, doesn't it? Because we've filled every single box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're going to do a second one together. I'm not going to change the colour of pens this time. And then, grown-ups, if you want to, you can have a go at making up some of your own based on the grid, just by drawing on it. Okay, so this time we're going to start with green, although it doesn't actually matter. And we're going to add the blue. So that still makes 10 because we filled all the grids. So work out what needs to go in the two parts, and when you're ready, start the video again. So in the first part, we've got 1, 2, 3 green. And in the second part, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue. So we've got 3 plus 7 equals 10. Okay, so I'm going to clear the grid again for you, and if you want to have a go at doing some more, that's absolutely fine. If you want to just carry on with the main part of the lesson, that's equally fine. Okay, in our main part of the lesson today, we're going to be using hands and feet to measure things. So, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be choosing two different measures. We're going to choose an object and we're going to see what it measures in hands and feet. Now, the way we measure with hands is we measure from our little finger to the span. Now, you could expand out your hand if you want to, but you need to be consistent with how you're measuring it. So I'm measuring here from the base of the hand. I'll do another one. And I'm going to squidge that so it actually reaches there. That's 2. Then I've got a third one, 3. Okay, so the book would be 3 hands long. Now, this time with the foot, we're going to turn it round because we're measuring the same distance and we're measuring across. So that's 1 foot. And join the other foot next to it, and it's slightly under 2 feet, but we would say that is 2 feet. Okay, so that makes sense? So that's what you're doing. So here is a penguin to help you remember what you do. So your steps for success are, first, find an object in the classroom. Well, that's going to be at home. Find an object at home, draw it in your book. Measure it using your hands, write down the measure. Measure it using your feet, write down the measure. And how it will look, and you could use this chart, is something like this. So you draw your object here and write down what it is. You write down how many feet long it is, how many hands wide it is, and then you do a second object. And that is all there is to today's lesson, but there is a challenge, very similar to yesterday's challenge, that looks like this. So have a go at finding and drawing, estimating an object that is 3 feet long, 2 hands tall, 5 feet long, 12 hands tall, more than 10 hands long, less than 10 feet long. So have a go at those. And that's all there is to today's lesson. I'm sure you do brilliant. I'm just going to move you back to the main task so you can see what that is. Okay, and I look forward to another lesson tomorrow.